Pet owners, take note. Your dog, cat, and other furry friends don't have to catch their Z's on a blanket or one of those boring pet beds at your local big box store. Jane Lockhart is the principal designer at Jane Lockhart Design and is going to help us create beautiful and functional spaces for your pets. So what have you brought today? A cornucopia of good things.
I know. Okay, it's no challenge to find pet stuff. It's just finding good pet stuff.
Right.
So I wanted you to think about your cats at home or your dog, if that's what you have. I have a little doggy. And we're going to start with their bed because this is usually the thing that people buy. Right. So nowadays the beds are actually made in fabrics that are both cleanable, they can go on the wash, get cleaned, but also match your decor. So this kind of pattern is really popular right now with these colors, the olives and terracottas. I'm sure you have lots of that.
Yeah.
So the nice thing is it blends in, but then you can see this showstopper bed here.
That is amazing.
I know, everyone stopped and was like, oh my God, what is that? So it's like little pom-poms of felt basically put together. So felt is a natural fiber and it's naturally dirt proof, I guess is how I would put it. And it can be vacuumed and cleaned very easily. So that could be a cat or dog bed and it's just so fun. So even though it doesn't necessarily match your decor, you know, your little princess might want to be the showstopper in the room.
And that can go anywhere.
It really could. And that's really what we're seeing is this sort of change over to decor. Now, if we want to talk about just general functionality, like I said, materials are really washable, but you'll notice at the very front here, just leaning off the other table, there's a whole selection of fabrics here. These are microfibers 2.0, so new generation of microfiber. This is really for upholstering furniture, and cats do not like it because there's no fiber that's woven in it. So your cat won't go off and shred it as easily as they'll probably shred your chair that you currently have. So something to keep in mind is when you're redoing stuff, think about that because there is a lot of technology. And you know, if you're not going to redo your sofa, this blanket, for instance, is waterproof. This is made for pets, and it's completely, even though it feels nice, like it feels like a normal blanket. You don't think, oh, it's a little plasticky. It does not feel like that. But this is something that you could lay over your sofa if you're trying to keep the hairs away or just, you know, accidents happen. That's a really good option for it.
That feels easy to clean too.
Yes. So all these are really made to have the cleaning story built into them. Now behind here, sort of in the blanket area, I have a storage bin. This is just a bin that you pick up, but it's made with, this has got the interior storage here. It opens up. So you can keep all your cat and pet toys inside here, which is what I love. And it's a microfiber velvet top, which means, again, easy to clean, probably not as attractive as a scratching post for the kids.
You're right,
because that does happen on occasion.
So we also are pursuing function with this piece too.
Yes, exactly. This is just a storage bin, but what I love about it is it's got the little paw print on the front. So just is a nod to your furry friends at home. Say, we're thinking of you, so you could keep something like this if you don't want to invest in a larger ottoman to store. And then, okay, you want to have some fun?
This is awesome.
Okay, so for your doormats, for instance, I have here a couple of them that says, you know, hope you like dogs, things like this that would go at your front door. And these are good options. You can see the one in the front, which has the yellow and the dogs on it. You can pick your favorite, name it, whatever. So we've got things like that that sit at the front door. And then for your cat treats, for instance, you might want to get a jar like this that's got the colored, just a little fun. It doesn't have to be out on the counter. It can be tucked away, but it's easy to identify what it is. Or even there's a little dog guy here that's got ring storage there. You can put plants in it, any kind of just fun. Oh yeah, see?
And this is not for your pet.
No, that's for you.
For the owner.
Or look how these two go together. I'll just pick this up, and if you grab that one.
This is really cool.
So at the end of the day, when it's, you know, or the morning when you're starting, your pet can be having their chow, and you can have your coffee. And you see how you match, so you can communicate that way.
Just make sure you grab the right one, and you're not, you know.
Good point. Okay, I'm glad you pointed that out.
Because those early mornings, you know, it's
a good point. You are starting early, so you might not need another color, actually. Good point. So, but in the end, you probably trade lots anyway.
Oh, absolutely. There's one time or another you're going to get something from the cat and vice versa.
Probably. So this is not a challenging category anymore to make it look good and to really blend into the whole space. So it's a really nice option.
Fantastic stuff. All the links at our website, chch.com/morninglive.